What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Saints Row. I am your boy Is Nefarious, and this is going to be episode 6 or 7. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to double check, but here comes another episode. Hopefully you all enjoy it, and hopefully you continue watching. We're gonna dive right in it. So this episode is going to be based off Week 8 of the Premier Madden League, and as you can see here, the 0-7 Arizona Cardinals took on myself, the 3-4 New Orleans Saints. Hopefully, we could get some wins and start getting into a little groove here. Being under 500 at this point in the season is definitely a disappointment. So let's see if we could get some wins here and get back above 500 and take the lead in the division. We're going to dive right into the highlights here. So as you can see here, we're at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The Arizona Cardinals take on the New Orleans Saints, and the New Orleans Saints get first shot here. As you can see, we're going to motion Cook over, give us an extra blocker as we're running the inside zone to the left. And here comes Drew Brees. He's going to hand it off to Alvin Kamara. He breaks to the outside. He gets the edge. He gets around the corner. A nice little block by his wide receiver there. Tries to hit a little juke inside, but he's tackled from behind. Setting him up in good field position, though, as you can see there on the 16 here. Actually, the 17. Looking to make something happen. Drew Brees fakes the end around, looking over the middle, and it's deflected and picked off by the Arizona Cardinals. What a deflection and a tip drill pick there by the Arizona Cardinals. Here comes their first drive. It's 3rd and 7. Let's see if they can make something happen, get a first down. And it's a big tackle by Marcus Williams, I believe, there, setting up a 4th down, and they punt it away, but get it right back after a quick 3 and out by the New Orleans Saints. So here comes the Arizona Cardinals on 1st and 10, looking to make something happen on their own side of the field at their 47. Nice little throw over the middle, setting them up on the New Orleans side of the field. Let's see if they can continue having it rolling. Continue to have it roll. Here comes Kyler Murray in the pistol. Hands off to David Johnson, but he's stuffed on a 3rd and 2, setting up a long field goal. And let's see if he has enough leg. It's going to be about a 57, I believe. Quick math, probably not right, but he's able to put it right through the uprights, giving the Arizona Cardinals a 3-0 lead. Here comes Drew Brees trying to answer back after a couple bad series. He's gonna switch to a pass, a couple crosses here, throws right into coverage, but Jared Cook makes a great catch. It was weird. It seems like their defensive back just fell behind Jared Cook, or the linebacker fell behind Jared Cook. And a quick little pass here again, trying to get a conversion on 3rd and long, and unfortunately it's broken up. So it gives Arizona the ball with a 3-0 lead. They're looking to continue make something happen. As you can see, we're coming up, trying to stop the run. Let's see if we're able to contain him. David Johnson finds a big hole. He breaks free. A huge missed tackle, and David Johnson's on the loose at the 10, at the 5, and he takes it into the end zone, giving the Arizona Cardinals a 10-0 lead. Here comes the New Orleans Saints looking to make something happen after giving up a big score there on the ensuing drive. Drew Brees motions Ted Ginn over, sends him on a streak, but he's looking to the outside to Michael Thomas. A little too long, a little too late, and it's right into the hands of I'm not quite sure. Art Alford, I'm not quite sure who that is, but a good pick there, setting up Arizona, and David Johnson capitalizes a few plays later, giving the Arizona Cardinals a 17-0 lead on the New Orleans Saints. The winless Arizona Cardinals are playing awesome right now against the New Orleans Saints, and the New Orleans Saints are just shitting themselves. Nice little throw there, though, by Drew Brees. Hopefully that's a sign for things to come, but he's sacked on a 1st and 10, setting up 2nd and long. Here comes a 2nd and long play. Let's see if Drew Brees is able to gain some of that yardage back. He's taking a look. He has nobody open at the time, but he throws it up for Michael Thomas, and it is picked off again. Another terrible pick by Drew Brees. Really hurting his team. 17-0. He really needs to control that ball a little better. Here comes the Arizona Cardinals on a 3rd and 5, and a good tackle by Alex Anzalone, setting up on 4th down, giving the New Orleans Saints the ball. 17-0, trying to make something happen. Drew Brees dropping back in the pocket, getting some good block in there, and he's able to throw it right over the middle to Michael Thomas. Big catch by Michael Thomas in traffic, setting him up in good field position. Here comes Drew Brees, looking to make something happen again. He's looking around, trying to see where his best matchup would be. Taking a look. He's going to go for Michael Thomas. Not good timing on that. It's going to lead to another pick. As you can see, Michael Thomas was running a deep out route where it breaks to the sideline. He mistimed that. I mistimed that break, which led to the interception. So here comes the Arizona Cardinals, still looking to make something happen, and a good contested catch by David Johnson, giving him a 1st down at the 40. A couple plays later, you got 2nd and 13 by the Arizona Cardinals. In good territory here. They're at least in field goal territory. And Marcus Davenport breaks free, gets a sack, hopefully taking him out of field goal territory. Once again, here comes a 3rd and long. Let's see if the Arizona Cardinals are able to get this or a big stop. It should be a big stop here with a good defense. Here comes the New Orleans Saints. They're going to set a little pressure from the edge. And he drops back, and he's still able to catch it. A nice throw and catch there, setting him up at the 20. Gets him back into field goal range, but doesn't give him the 1st down. So here comes the kicker once again for Arizona. He's going to put it up and put it right through the uprights, giving him a 20-0 lead. 20-0 with a minute, 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They really need something to happen. It's not looking good right now for the New Orleans Saints. Ted getting deep in the end zone, but he takes it out. What a surprise there. He takes it out and he finds running room, and Ted Ginn is going to take off. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. Ted Ginn with a big return for a touchdown. A quick score is what they needed. 20-7 now. They're going to need to stop here. Kyler Murray's going to try to break outside, but Cameron Jordan gets to him, but it's a forced fumble, but it's outside, out of bounds. So unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalize, but it sets him up in 2nd and long. Showing pressure up the middle, but they drop back. Kyler Murray's going to try to take off, but Cameron Jordan once again with a big tackle, making sure Kyler Murray couldn't get big yardage. Here comes the 3rd and long, and they're going to send a lot of pressure, and they're going to get to David Johnson, who tries to run to the left side. New Orleans Saints take the ball. They're actually inside the 20, so not a great field position. 2nd and 12 here. Drew Brees looking around, gets hit, and as he gets hit, he gets a throw off, and it's right into the hands of the corner there. Another pick, setting up Arizona in great territory. This is not a great game by Drew Brees. He has about 4 or 5 picks. I've lost count already. It's not going to help his team. Nice stop on 3rd down by the New Orleans defense, keeping them in field goal. Keeping them in a field goal situation instead of giving them a 1st down and possible touchdown. Minimizing the damage. It goes through the uprights there, giving them a 23-7 lead. Here comes Drew Brees. He's got to make something happen. He's got to limit the turnovers. He's going to get pressure up the middle, and he's able to throw up the seam to Bucky Hodges. Bucky Hodges has been a star this season, coming out of nowhere, really given another option for the New Orleans Saints and Drew Brees. They're going to send pressure once again, and Jared Cook up the middle, another seam route. This time it's Jared Cook for a touchdown. What a great catch and throw there. Here comes Drew Brees, looking to get a 2-point conversion. He's going to audible to a pass play here after having a little jet sweep, and a nice pass breakup in the end zone. So it's 23-13 instead of 23-15 or 14. Here comes the Arizona Cardinals on the next drive. The Saints need to get some stops here. Kyler Murray's rolling, and he's going to get sacked once again by Marcus Davenport. Actually, that wasn't Marcus Davenport. That was Odiyama, I believe. Nice sack there. Here comes Drew Brees on the ensuing drive, looking to make something happen. 1st and goal. Oh, a little move by Drew Brees, and he's able to get into the end zone. It looked like a sure sack there, but he's able to break free a little bit and get into the end zone. Set it up for 23-20. We're going to have a down-to-the-wire situation here, and a fumble by David Johnson, and the New Orleans Saints hop all over it. So it's going to set him up in great field position, 23-20. But it's a booth review. Let's see if they do overturn this. Unfortunately, it's overturned, but the New Orleans Saints end up forcing a punt, which is good. Gives them time to come back and at least get a field goal, forced overtime. 1:43 left. Here comes the punt. Ted Ginn. It's inside the 5, so he's gonna let it go, and it's gonna bounce into the end zone, send him up in at the 20. Here comes Drew Brees, 1st and 10, first play at the 20. He's going to look around. He's going to try to make something happen. And it's an interception once again, but there's a flag on a play. Let's see what the flag is going to show. It's a pass interference, so lucky for Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, they're able to keep it going. Ensuing play, Drew Brees, he calls a little block there, so maybe he's trying to take a shot deep. And he's going to toss it up deep. And Ted Ginn is going to lose the battle one-on-one. Patrick Peterson with a interception. Pretty much sealing this one. The Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints fall 23-20 to the Arizona Cardinals. 0-7 Arizona team finally gets their first win against the New Orleans Saints. Congratulations to the Arizona Cardinals. The New Orleans Saints have a lot of work to do. Hopefully we can get something going. I mean, we got to figure something out. We now dropped to 3-5, so that's not very good. But we'll take a look at some other team stuff. As you can see here, the positions of need. We were talking about that last week with the backup quarterbacks we focused on. Number 2, we're going to talk about the deep threat wide receivers. Wide receiver 2 on the opposite side of Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas is one of the best wide receivers in the league, so he's pretty much a dual threat. He can go deep, he can stay short. We're talking about a burner, somebody that you cannot come up and press because he will blow by you, and it will be a sticky situation for the defense. So let's take a look at our burner or wide receiver 2 options. First, we're going to talk about our in-house guys. We got Ted Ginn Jr., Reggie Davis, Vincent Smith, all on expiring contracts. We're going to take a look at them real quick right now. We got Ted Ginn here. He's 34 years old, so he's on the older side. Good speed, 92 acceleration, good deep route. His release is a 74, which is not too bad. Not the greatest either. He's our deep threat at the moment. Hasn't really been that deep threat so far, so maybe we don't re-sign him. Maybe it's just us and we haven't been utilizing him correctly, but he hasn't really been that deep threat for us. We're gonna take a look at Vincent Smith now. Vincent Smith has great size, 6'3", 202. He's only 23 years old. Good speed, 93 speed, 94 acceleration, so he's got the burst that's needed. A great jumping ability. He really needs to work on his release, as you can see there, only at 59, and really would need to work on his route running. He's another option, but more of a build-em-up option. Then we got Reggie Davis, who's also a build-em-up option, 23 years old. Not as big, decent size. He's 6 feet, 170. Got a extra step on Vincent Smith. Good acceleration as well. Terrible release and terrible deep route. Pretty much the same situation as Vincent Smith. We kind of have 2 guys that fill the same purpose with Reggie Davis and Vincent Smith. So one of those guys is probably definitely not coming back. But that's pretty much our options in-house, all on expiring contracts. Ted Ginn, Vincent Smith, and Reggie Davis. We'll see exactly which way we go. Maybe we bring Ted Ginn back until Vincent Smith is ready. Maybe we bring somebody else in. And we're going to take a look at the free agents right now. Based on contract situation right now, Rashad Perriman, Corey Coleman, Emmanuel Hall, and Trevor Davis. Those are the 4 main guys that could be a option when it comes to the next speed threat for us. I'm gonna try to pull them out right now and show you exactly some of it. First, I'll show you Emmanuel Hall. Emmanuel Hall here, 22, 6'3", 195. A little better than Vincent Smith, but kind of the same. He's got better release. He's got better route running. Just he's a Vincent Smith, but more polished at this time, and he's a year younger, so he could be a better option than Vincent Smith. We'll have to look into that. That's if the Denver Broncos decide to let him go. But it's really up to them. We'll take a look at the next guy in on an expiring contract, and that is going to be Brashad Perriman. So you got Perriman here, 25, 6'2", 215. A little more polished than everybody else, so that's on the list so far. 72 overall, great, pretty good deep route, better release, the best release we've seen so far. I think he might even be better. Yeah, he's better than Ted Ginn when it comes to release with the 76 release. He's also the fastest that we've had so far with a 95 speed, 92 acceleration. So that's not top tier, but he's got good juke and spin move, so he's got good effectiveness when it comes to carrying the ball. So he's another option. We got Corey Coleman and Trevor Davis to take a look at now. Let's see if we could pull them up. But so far, our best option, if we could have it, would probably be our best buildable option would be Emmanuel Hall, but we're kind of already in it with Vincent Smith. But if Emmanuel Hall did come available, then he's a possibility. But right now we got Vincent Smith as a buildable guy. We've been using a lot of content for him. Trying to find these last couple. So I mean, is not a big pool when it comes to deep threat wide receivers. It's really limited. Not a lot of great names there. Hopefully we could draft somebody, because I think that might be our best bet at this time. I got Corey Coleman here. We're going to take a look at Corey Coleman. 92 speed, 92 acceleration. He's also 25, not the best size. Release is okay. Deep route is good. He's also a higher overall type of option, but he's not really one of our favorites there. It kind of goes Vincent Smith, then it goes Emmanuel Hall, then Vincent Smith. But ready now options would probably be Brashad Perriman or Ted Ginn. Most likely Brashad Perriman. I like him a little more. Last but not least, we got Trevor Davis. So, Trevor Davis we got here. Green Bay Packers at the moment on an expiring contract. Not the fastest, 92 speed, 93 acceleration. Release is low. Deep route is okay. Another option that is probably not going to be picked there. But based on what we have here, it's probably going to be Emmanuel Hall's one of the favorites, Brashad Perriman, and Vincent Smith and Ted Ginn. When it comes to expiring guys that are already signed, maybe we bring Ted Ginn back. It's kind of at a 20% chance. But let's dive into the fun part. Here's our draft options. I picked the top 3 draft options. As you can see here, out of Oklahoma, we got CD Lamb. Lamb is 6'2", 194, number 3 wide receiver on the board. Number 12 overall on the draft. So if we end up high enough, we could possibly take CD Lamb. If not, we got KJ Hamler, who's the number 7 wide receiver, 58 overall. So he falls into the second round, deep into the second round. 5'9", 180. He's a smaller option, more of a gadget type of wide receiver. Pretty much hit him on end arounds, really small and slippery. Then you got Jalen Reagor, who's kind of the same guy as KJ Hamler. 5'11", 195, number 12 at receiver, and a 93 overall. So he's actually into the third round, I believe. At the end of the third round is where you would find him. So those are three options draft wise. Our top three options. Um, if we're high enough, maybe we take CD Lamb, but who knows? With our needs elsewhere and having Michael Thomas, maybe we don't spend a high draft pick on a guy like CD Lamb. Maybe we go after Jalen Rager or KJ Hamler in the second and third round. Um, don't really have to spend that first round pick or that number one pick on somebody. But that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. That's another look into the needs of the New Orleans Saints. And then next week, we'll talk about the starting left guard and who we'll have for that. But that's going to do it for this. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you continue watching.